Attention passionate Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Pittsburgh Steelers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Pittsburgh Steelers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you're really tuned into what's happening around the AFC North, you've probably heard the rumors swirling about a potential blockbuster trade that could shake things up in a big way. We're talking about Christian Wilkins, the star defensive tackle of the Las Vegas Raiders, possibly making his way to the Steelers. Yeah, you heard that right. This isn't just some idle speculation. There are serious whispers that the Steelers are exploring a trade that could give their defensive front a massive boost. And honestly, it could be one of the most significant moves of the offseason, especially when you consider how badly the Steelers need to reinforce their defensive line after a solid 2023 season that showed flashes of dominance but lacked consistency in the interior. Let's break down what this could mean, starting with the Raiders' perspective. The Raiders, sitting at 5-8 and clearly in a bit of a rebuild mode after their trade of Max Crosby, are reportedly looking to shake things up, with a PFF grade of 90. 2. Wilkins has been a beast at the defensive tackle position, and he's not just a run stopper, he's a disruptive force. Rumors suggest that Las Vegas might be willing to part ways with Wilkins in exchange for a second-round pick in the 2026 draft and a conditional fourth-round pick. That's a pretty significant price, but it makes sense for the Raiders. They're trying to free up about $16, $5 million in cap space to rebuild their offensive line, especially after allowing only 4 yards per run last season, which shows they're aware of their defensive needs as well. From the Steelers' side, the cap situation is tight, around $2.88 million remaining before they can even get close to fitting Wilkins into their roster. That means they'll have to get creative, possibly through cuts or restructured deals, but the potential reward is huge. Christian Wilkins, at just 29 years old, is in his prime, and his 2025 stats are eye-popping: 9 sacks, 15 tackles for loss, 2 forced fumbles, and an impressive PFF grade of 89.7, which puts him in the top tier of defensive tackles in the league. He's a guy who can anchor that interior line, a true run-stuffing, pressure-creating beast. His career numbers are equally impressive: 26. 5 sacks and 48 tackles for loss since entering the league in 2019, with a stellar 2024 season that saw him rack up 10 sacks and 72 pressures. He's missed only 2 games in 2025 due to a minor calf strain, and overall, his durability and production make him a prime target for any contender looking to solidify their front. What makes Wilkins so special? Think of him as a modern-day Aaron Donald, an interior disruptor with the ability to collapse pocket and shut down the run game. His run-stop win rate of 35% and EPA per stop of plus 0.38 reflect a player who consistently makes game-changing plays. His average of 4.2 tackles per game and allowing only 2.8 yards after contact on runs shows a player who is fundamentally sound and relentless. The comparison to Aaron Donald isn't just hype. It's based on his PFF grade, his ability to generate pressure, and his impact on the game. When you add him to a Steelers defense that already features Cam Hayward, who recorded 7 sacks in 2025 with a PFF grade of 87. 5, you're talking about a front that can dominate. Now, why would the Raiders consider trading Wilkins? Well, their cap situation is a big factor. Over $10 million in cap space projected for 2026. And they're also looking to gather assets to support their draft of a young quarterback, especially after Gardner Minshew's season with a 58% completion rate and 18 interceptions. Plus, the Raiders' defense ranked 25th last season, giving up around 26 points per game, which is exactly confidence-inspiring for a team that wants to contend. Losing Wilkins would weaken their run defense, which is already projected to fall to around 30th in the league without him. That's a big hit, especially when you consider how much of a difference he makes against the run and as a pass rusher. For the Steelers, though, this move could be transformative. Adding Wilkins would instantly upgrade their defensive line, giving them a true anchor in the interior that can complement Cam Hayward. With Wilkins lining up alongside him, the Steelers' run defense would see a significant boost, projected to drop from 128 rushing yards allowed per game 18th in the league down to about 95 yards, which is a 20% improvement. That's the kind of dominance that can really turn games around, especially in the AFC North, where physicality and control of the line of scrimmage are everything. The Steelers have already been building a solid front, but Wilkins could be the final piece needed to turn their defense into a true fortress, reminiscent of the dominant front they had back in 2019 with their Patriot-style pass rush. Looking at the bigger picture, this kind of upgrade on the interior could have ripple effects on the entire team. With a stronger run defense, the Steelers could be more aggressive in their pass rush, knowing they have the resilience against the run to leave less room for opposing offenses to breathe. That's crucial when facing teams like the Ravens, who rely heavily on Lamar Jackson's rushing ability. In fact, Wilkins' presence could contain Jackson's running even more effectively, which is an X-factor that could tilt the balance in divisional matchups. ESPN analytics simulations suggest that with Wilkins, the Steelers' chances of beating the Ravens in crucial games could jump from around 50% to nearly 68%. And don't forget, Wilkins isn't just a run defender. He's a proven playoff performer. In his career, he's recorded 4 tackles for loss in playoff games, and his ability to create pressure in critical moments makes him a prime candidate to help Steelers win in cold-weather playoff conditions. Think back to the 2008 Steelers championship run, dominant trenches, relentless pass rush, and a team that could impose its will physically. Bringing Wilkins into the fold could give the Steelers that same kind of edge, a kind of next-level interior presence that makes opponents think twice before running or dropping back comfortably. The potential impact on the Super Bowl odds is also noteworthy. Right now, Steelers are sitting at +1, 200 odds to win it all. Those odds could tighten significantly, especially with Wilkins anchoring the defense. Bookmakers like BetMGM have already adjusted their projections, and some have moved the Steelers' chances to +650 if this move materializes. That's a huge jump, and it's not just about the stars on defense. It's about what Wilkins brings to the table, elevating the entire team's confidence and execution. His presence could be the X-factor in high-stakes games, especially in cold weather, where physicality and interior dominance are often the difference between winning and losing. In the end, this move isn't just about acquiring a talented player. It's about transforming the identity of the Steelers' defense. It's about creating a front that's as relentless and disruptive as those great Steelers defenses of the past. If the trade goes through, it could redefine the interior line as a dynamic, game-changing unit that not only stops the run, but also pressures quarterbacks and disrupts the timing of opposing offenses. This, in turn, could elevate the Steelers' entire team, giving them a better shot at making a deep playoff run and, who knows, maybe even getting back to the Super Bowl. This is the kind of bold move that could signal the Steelers are serious about competing at the highest level this season. With Wilkins in the middle, paired with Hayward and a revamped secondary, the Steelers could be looking at a defense that's not just good but elite, something that could carry them far into January and beyond. The AFC North is always a tough battleground, but this potential upgrade might just give the Steelers the edge they need to dominate the division and make a legitimate run at the Lombardi Trophy. And honestly, fans should be incredibly excited about what this could mean for their team's future. And now, Pittsburgh Steelers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential trade? Do you think Wilkins is the missing piece that takes this defense to the next level? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Steelers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Steelers news. This offseason is shaping up to be one of the most exciting in recent memory, and we're right here with you every step of the way. Let's go, Steel Curtain.